Hi, and welcome to my podcast. I'm Dwayne Leach, and today we'll be talking about the Coherence Principle, as described by Dr. Ruth Clark, and its application in designing instructional design materials.
Have you been tasked with teaching a topic and realized you just can't do it without the use of visuals? What if you had to teach someone to use a new piece of software? Specifically, to find a specific effect in this software. Would this work? Perhaps not, but we'll come back to it a little later. If you're new to instructional design, particularly the development phase, this module is for you, because using the Coherence Principle can have a huge impact on the effectiveness of your instruction. After completing this module, you will be able to define the Coherence Principle and also describe how it can be used appropriately when designing instructional materials. Before we begin, pause this video and make sure you can answer these questions. First, according to several studies, it is the design of instruction that promotes learning, not the medium that is used. Second, media elements are the graphics, text, and audio used in instructional materials, and it is these that are the primary focus of the Coherence Principle. According to Dr. Clark, the Coherence Principle basically states less is more. While elements such as images and animations can improve learning, overdoing it can have the opposite effect. Distracting the learner with background music can take away from important audio narration. Similarly, adding clip art or animation simply for entertainment can distract the eye from text or visuals about the actual topic. Dr. Clark also suggests seductive details, which might take the form of text about the topic but unrelated to the lesson, can disrupt the learner's organization of the material, or even trigger recall of unnecessary knowledge. As an example, let's think about a lesson on how to get to the Google site's landing page to start a new site. To some, the white space of the Google homepage screams, "This is an opportunity to add more stuff!" But only necessary elements should be included. In this case, a screenshot of the Google homepage along with a More drop-down menu that gets to the Even More option. An animated pointer and mouse click might add interest and context, but that's it. Now let's go back to our example from the beginning. This is the interface for Adobe's Audition, a professional sound editing tool. You want to show a learner where to go in the interface to get to the FFT filters in order to apply a certain effect. Look at each of the elements on the page and decide what is necessary and what is not. Pause the video and sketch out your solution, and when you're done, start the video again and we'll discuss it. The important tip starburst certainly grabs attention, but it really has nothing to do with the lesson. The Did You Know box contains seductive details that really don't help the learner retain what is being taught. The large box with the text right here draws the eye away from the actual intended focus, and even the complexity of the interface may be distracting. So look at your solution carefully. Which elements are left, which were removed, and why? You should be able to justify anything that's there as vital to the learning experience. While the interface itself may be important, it could probably be de-emphasized. The Effects drop-down menu is important because it leads directly to our choice, as does the secondary menu. Along with voiceover instruction, the sound of mouse clicks might be added for interest. Now the learner can focus on what's important. Although these cases are very simple, the principle is universal. Less is more, and anything that does not add to the instruction can and probably does detract from it. Always remember, if you include something in your materials, be sure you can say why it is there and how it helps.
I hope this short lesson has helped you gain a better understanding of the Coherence Principle and how important it can be when developing materials for an instructional module. I also hope you enjoyed this podcast and that you'll join me next time. Until then, keep learning.